For as long as you could remember, after school Wednesdays were dedicated to Boy Scouts, and for your sister, her dance class. This Wednesday was different. You were told that Boy Scouts and dance class had been suspended. You were now going to join a new group. On your first day of this youth group, you learned how to fight. You were forced to box your friends, wrestle your friends. You also learned how to build a gun. Your sister said she learned how to change a baby's diaper and how to make a bottle. This group that you've joined is called the Hitler Youth. By 1933, this group had 100,000 members. According to an article from the Holocaust Encyclopedia, by 1937, this group had 5.4 million members. By 1940, 7.2 million members. The members were children. One of these children children's name was Willie Langbein. According to an article from the San Diego Union Tribune, Willie was taken when he was 13 years old. Both him and his parents were lied to. They were told, and many other parents and children, that the Nazi soldiers would be taking them to protect them from possible bombings and sheltering them. This was a lie. They took these boys, they gave them minimal but intense training, and threw them to the front lines to fight in a war that was not theirs. Willie's daughter, Heidi, wrote a book about Willie's story called Save the Last Bullet. Willie lived to tell his story, but many others did not. The German soldiers, The German children during World War II were brainwashed. They were forced to be a part of someone else's war, made to leave behind the things innocent children enjoy and love, tricked into losing not only their childhoods, but also their lives. Let us discuss how one man's hate could influence millions of children's lives and futures. Hitler had many ideas. These ideas fueled by hate and anger. He would stop at nothing to be successful in his common goal. Not only was his adult army enough, but he also had to build an army of children. These children were so impressionable between the ages of 10 and 18 years old. They were going to be the foundation of his new world. The Hitler Youth Group had multiple meetings and events throughout the week. So many that things like school, church, and their families no longer took precedence. The youth group was what was most important. During this I'm so sorry. The youth group was what was most important. Another large part of this group was conforming to gender roles. The girls had to learn how to be good, how to be and make a good wife, mother, and how to care for a home, while the boys learned how to fight and battle and kill. While this group was going on for many years, there were a few rebel groups of youth members that popped up. They knew that these ideas were wrong and they wanted nothing to do with it. But every time they would meet, it was incredibly risky. According to an article from History.com, a boy named Max Ebel, a dedicated Boy Scout, did not want to leave his Boy Scout duties behind. He just did not want to join the Hitler Youth Group. One day he was cornered and attacked at knife point by a few of the Nazi youth members. He was able to escape, but he realized just how dangerous this was for him. He eventually fled Germany and became a U.S. citizen. You were either with them or you were against them. So how was Hitler and his Nazi army able to promote their child army? Coordination began in 1933. That's when the German country began canceling and ending all other youth groups except for the Hitler Youth. So they had no choice but to join. By 1939, it was a law that all children between the ages of 10 and 18 had to be a member of the Hitler Youth. From campfires and counting stars to military drills and fighting for your life. From piano lessons and tap dance class to motherhood at 10 years old. I'm going to give a speech from a fictional character in that timeline, a 12-year-old boy. My best friend used to live down the street from us. I haven't seen him in a few weeks now. When I ask my parents what happened to him and his family, they say we can't discuss it. I miss Boy Scouts. Every day I go to this program and I just learn how to fight, who to hate. I don't understand why. I saw some of the other boys have left and they haven't returned. Every day, my mother hugs me tighter and tighter before I leave to my youth program. Yesterday, she cried while hugging me. I miss my best friend, and I hope I can feel my mother's hugs forever. In the end, the Nazis were losing this battle, and they turned to desperate measures. In 1945, they let thousands of children die. They sent them on suicide missions to the front lines in hopes that some miracle would happen and they would win this battle. They did not, thankfully. By the end of 1945, the Nazis had lost and the Hitler Youth was disbanded. So many innocent lives were lost during this horrific period in history. This was the German children's story. The German people and parents allowed Hitler to build a child army. They forced the children to participate, and because of that, thousands of them died. The German children during World War II were brainwashed. They were forced to be a part of someone else's war, made to leave behind the things innocent children enjoy and love, tricked into losing not only their childhoods, but also their lives. Willie Langbein was just one of these children whose childhood will never be back. They will never get their childhood back. Some of them, their lives forever lost. Even though the group was disbanded, these children still live with these memories, these ideas in their head. They grew up to become policemen, nurses, and soldiers. Germany forever will hold this aftermath. Today, there are still some political groups that have these same beliefs as Hitler did. I hope that this time around, someone protects the German children. Thank you.